Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Welcome to another video from Stepping Towards Liberation group. So today's topic is how intense we are that soon we get liberated. So we will discuss this topic referring to one of the statement by Sri Adi Shankaracharya and couple of examples. So Sri Adi Shankaracharya told Manushyatvam Mumukshatvam Satpurusha Samsaraya Durlabham. It means being born as a human and intense desire to get liberated and getting good association are not easy to get. So let's leave the first and third part and we focus on Mumukshatvam, whatever he said in the statement, middle of the statement. So he said Mumukshatvam, which means intense desire to get liberated. What is that exactly? Intense desire means it's not a easy thing. It is not that I want to get liberated. It is okay. That is a starting actually. That's a starting point. So how intense we are, that soon we get it. So that is the topic we are going to discuss. So let's see. The first statement what I wrote in this document is Mumukshatvam. It means intense desire to get liberated. We already discussed that. So what exactly means what exactly the statement Mumukshu means intense desire to get liberated means? Let's see. Suppose we take an example and we'll discuss now. This is a real life example. I'm just a little bit modifying the real life scenario and discussing here to keep it as an example for this topic. Okay. So there is a baby who wants cake, who likes cake very much, and she wanted to get to have that cake at that time. So this is not a random picked example. It is my kids example. Okay. So I was staying in one city, and then my daughter, she wanted a cake in the middle of the night. Okay. So how I handled that situation, I'll tell, and we can think a little bit beyond what I did. Then we can relate that to this topic. Okay, that it's a time is maybe in the midnight almost. So what we can do is like we can just go and get some cake from a store. But the problem is it's already midnight and no shops will be open, no bakery or whatever it is. Okay, no shops are open and I cannot go and buy a cake for her. So, but still she's crying for cake. She wanted cake. What we can do? Then I thought like, let me do one thing. I just did a fake call. Like I just took my mobile and I just dialed some number and I pretend like I'm talking to the bakery or the grocery store where the cake is available. And I said, like, we want a cake. Is it available? Then I myself told, oh, are you closed now? Okay. When will you open? So tomorrow morning. Okay. Okay, I'll come and pick tomorrow morning. Is it okay? Yeah, please come tomorrow morning, he said. Then I kept the phone and I told my daughter the same thing. So looks like the shop is closed. So they are telling that they'll open tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. We can go and pick the cake and we can get it for you. And she did not realize that what I called is a pretend call. And she told, okay, let me wait till tomorrow morning and then I can have a cake in the morning. And then she's okay. And then the topic ended there. Okay. Now, how the topic can be relevant to us? That is a discussion now. The thing is, my daughter is convinced with my fake pretend call to that store, and so I am able to convince her, and I don't need to take any further step to satisfy her. Okay. So, similarly, if you think about a liberation, a person seeking liberation, okay, the same thing, if we can think in the same line, a person is seeking liberation. Okay. So, somebody will tell to do something, he will do it or not is a secondary thing. But if he's intense, he will start looking into whatever the person has suggested, and he will start doing it. Okay, let's come back to the cake example, what I discussed before. Suppose my daughter is not convinced with my fake or pretend call, and she is not ready to wait till tomorrow morning to get the cake. Then what I should do? As a parent, she started crying again. She is telling, I don't know what you do, but I want cake right away. Then what I should do? There are there are multiple options to me. What I should do is I should call that store and tell that my daughter is crying like this. Can you please help me open the store and get a cake for me? That is one option. The other option is I might be aware of a cake shop or a cake grocery store which is open 24 hours. Okay, but I know that it is open, but I don't want to go there because it is little far for my from my house. So I just did a pretend call and then my daughter is convinced, okay, but she's not convinced now. What I will do is I will drive to that place where the 24 hours store is there and I'll get the cake and I'll give it to her. That is a possibility. Suppose there is no store which is 24 hours open. Everybody closes at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. Okay, so in that scenario, what I will do? I will tell my daughter the same thing. See, there is nothing open. Can you please wait till tomorrow? She told, no, I cannot wait. I wanted cake right away because they are kids, right? They may not be understanding the situation, and she want a cake. That's all. Where you will get, it doesn't matter. Okay. And she may be thinking that if I cry, they will get it somehow because she is very interested to eat the cake at that time. Then what I will do? The next step, what I will do is I will ask my friend or somebody to prepare the cake at house. Okay. Maybe it may take 30 minutes or 40 minutes. I will tell them to prepare a cake in their home and I will come and pick up in another 30 minutes or 40 minutes or probably 1 hour. Okay. And so I will tell the same thing to my daughter. Don't worry, There is some store they told like they will give a cake. They are okay. Let me go and pick up and come back in 1 hour. And so I will go and pick the cake from my friend's place, then come back and give her. And now she's okay. So if you relate this thing to the person who is expecting a liberation, same thing. Okay, the person is expecting liberation, expected to be liberated, and he is in the process of getting liberated. And then how sincere he is, how much soon he is seeking. That is important. Okay. Some people will, because if a person want to get realized, liberated, and some person may tell, okay, so you want to get liberated, right? Please follow this book. It has a very good information about this topic. And if you can follow the guidelines in that book, you will get through, because there are many people who have gone through this and they understood what to do and they practiced and they are able to achieve it. And assume that that person takes the book and what he thinks is, okay, should I start this book? Okay, let me wait for some more time. It's okay. He's telling right, but it's okay. Let me wait for some time, and he may get started after a few days, or we don't know when, or he may not even get started because he thinks that it's okay. I'll wait for some time. Suppose the person is very intense and he starts right away referring to that book, okay, and then he's started practicing whatever told in that book. Then what will happen? He will get started and he will do the practice and then he will get liberated. Okay. So the thing is, Mumukshu means the intense desire to get liberated. Okay. So it depends on the person, how much anxiety or not anxiety, how much soon he wants it. It's not that if he wants soon he will get it. The only thing is the intensity with which he will try, that much soon he will get it. Okay. So I think I'm not 100% sure, but whatever I heard, I'm telling you here. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda, he was having an intense desire to see God. Okay, at the midnight, somebody told Vivekananda that one person is there. He's very intense person, and he would have seen God. At the midnight, around 2:30, he went to that lake and he found that person. He swam through the lake and he reached that person. He just asked one question: have you seen God? That person asked, why are you coming here? That person asked Vivekananda, why did you come at this time, 2 o'clock? It's very cold outside. The Vivekananda asked again, my only question is, have you seen God? That person told, no, maybe. I'm not telling 100% what is it. But if you want any references, refer to Swami Vivekananda books or something. And then immediately Vivekananda swim back and he came back to his house. The same way somebody told about Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Same thing. The Vivekananda did the same thing. He went immediately after when he came to know about Swami Sri Ramakrishna, and he went and immediately he asked one question, same question. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, have you seen God? Luckily, because he has a grace and his intense desire, so Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, yes, I have seen God like the way I saw you, I'm seeing you now, he said. Then he believed, yes, he is a person who has seen the truth, so I will be getting help from him. So let's stop the topic there. So Swami Vivekananda has high intensity to get liberated or to see God. Okay, so that's why he was able to get come across Sri Ramakrishna, and the journey started, and then we all know what happened next. So the intensity at which Swami Vivekananda uh, is there at that time, that much intensity, if we can develop, then we can also become like him. Okay. So the intensity is the main thing. Okay, to get to that intense state, it's not easy, and we should understand the importance of getting liberated. If not, what will happen? And those things and all. If you think too much, if you think little bit more, then our intensity will increase. So that is one example, the cake example I told you, I discussed. There is another discourse. So in one of the discourse given by Sri Chaganti Koteshwara Garu, I think if somebody who speaks Telugu or who is from Andhra Pradesh or Telangana in India, they will be very familiar about with Sri Chaganti Koteshwara Garu. In his one of his talks, he told the same thing, similar thing. He told, suppose there is a family who doesn't have kids. That lady or that the woman who is married and who don't have kid, and also the husband, wherever they go, they will ask the same question. We don't have kids, what to do? Then people will suggest, okay, do something. You go there, that is good. You do this, you do that. Whatever people are suggesting, they keep doing it because they wanted kid. Okay, so they will do so many things. Anybody, if someone says some person is there, uh, he is very devoted, and he will satisfy the people's desire. So if anybody wants something, he's capable of giving it. So these people will go and they will ask the same question, like they want kids, what to do? Then that person will give some tips or some directions to do that something ritual or whatever it is, and then ultimately they will, at some point in their life, they will get kids because their main thing is to get kid, and their main agenda is to get kids. Anywhere they go, they will ask the same question. So ultimately, they will get a kid. Why they got kid means their intensity is like that, and they are asking this question everywhere. And they got some directions, multiple directions, and one of the directions really worked, and then they got it. So the same way, the person is really interested to get liberated, and he tries for that. And there are so many things which are available, uh, and there are so many people who can direct how to get liberated. Okay, so just first we should have that intensity in our this one in our desire. Then we get inputs from the Supreme Lord, and we definitely get help, and then we will undergo the process, and then whenever the Supreme Lord is satisfied, he will give you liberation. Okay. So what we can do is, in this life, according to me or my opinion, is whether we get liberated or not is a secondary thing for now. Okay. what we should do is we should become a Mumukshu. It means let's get the intense desire to get liberated. Let's keep our desire strong. Okay. So that way, at least if our desire is very strong, if we can get through and we get liberated in this birth, it is good. If not, also your desire to get intense, desire to get liberated is very strong. So God will help you to achieve that, maybe in next life or we don't know when. But the intensity will keep you active in the process of getting liberated, and you will get that someday, which when it is, we cannot confirm, or we cannot even imagine. Okay. So there are so many factors where the Supreme Lord will be satisfied. So many factors where Supreme Lord will be satisfied, and He will be giving you liberation. Okay. So let's try to understand that our intensity to become to become liberated is very important, and how to intensify that, it's a different topic. The main thing is just to conclude this, just try to find somebody who is really thinking about this, and then make a good association with them, and then you do investigate, and you try to get some guidance. First you have intent to do that, and then automatically God will give you directions. It's very 100% sure that if you are striving for something, you will get it, and God will help you, because there are so many people who can help you. But when your intent is very strong, you will come across those people without your knowledge, and you will be directed properly. Okay, I'm not very sure, but just I'll tell you one more thing. How much careful a person who is doing the who is undergoing the process of liberation will be is, suppose if there is any dust particle which is almost hitting your eye, immediately without our knowledge we will close our eyes. So a person who is striving for liberation, he will be that much careful in taking each and every step in his life. He will he will he will do anything which is only required, and he will not do anything which is not required for liberation. Like, we never allow any dust particle entering into our eye, because we are protecting it with our eyelids or whatever. It is, we are very careful there. So in the same way, the person who is in the process of getting liberation and is very intense, he will never do any mistake, and he keep doing good things, and his focus is only to get liberated, and definitely God will help him, and he will get there someday. Okay, so I wish this video may be helpful. Let's intensify our desire to get liberation. First, let's understand what is liberation and all those things, and then we will strive for it, and hopefully, and I wish God will help us and will be there. So if you people want any, if anybody who is watching is confused what to do and how to get started and all those things, you are always welcome to be part of Stepping Towards Liberation group. We have a good, very nice team. They are very, very intense, and we have so many ways to get a breakthrough, and we should strive for it, and we have to do it. Okay, if you are among the people who are very intense, automatically your intensity also will grow. Okay, so that way it will help us, and it will be easy for us to get a break. Okay, so let's not uh, target very soon, or I want to get liberated very soon, or something like that. Let's keep the focus on and keep the intensity high and improve the intensity day by day, and let's keep the intensity high, and then it will automatically work. So if anybody wants any help, just become a part of this group, and you will get a good association, which will be the key for your guidance, and in that way you get a good contacts, and then you will be achieving it. Hari Om.